Hello, students, teachers, mentors. Very warm welcome to a very special masterclass. Today, we are having an entrepreneurship masterclass. Again, we are back with the Tinker Champs. Three of them are here today. Divyam, Srishti, and Shubhi. Most welcome, all three of you, for taking this very special entrepreneurship class. Uh, all you know that we are at the fag end of the Tinkerpreneur skilling sessions. Today we are having 12th session as the entrepreneurship masterclass, which you may consider as the last session for the skilling part, which is over by tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have a special session with the president of Intel India, who will be also encouraging you how you can use AI in your daily life, how is AI shaping up the society, and how AI has shaped up this Tinkerpreneur as well. And we hope that now you have your product ready in mind and you are working on it. And as we have traversed this journey from skilling to entrepreneurship, now we are here with three of our Tinker champs who will be explaining you what they have done during their Tinkerpreneur journey when they were selected among the top, and how they have integrated different entrepreneurship tools into their product and bring up the final polished product, refined product. And we also welcome Mr. Kiran Kumar, our regional mentor of change from Karnataka, who would be moderating this session for you and will be chatting along with different Chinker champs to get you okay, what they have built. This is very important masterclass, all of you. Please adhere to this because now you have incurred the journey till that you have done like how to master your finances, how to master your branding, how to master your marketing. But now, today, you will learn how to integrate all of these skills and bring it together to your product value. So, without further ado, I'll hand over to Mr. Kiran Kumar to take this session forward. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Shubham. Thank you once again for the opportunity for our Tinker Champs to showcase and talk about their journey and experiences. Good evening to everyone in the audience. Welcome to the Entrepreneurship Masterclass. And I hope all of you are very excited to learn from our Tinker Champs today. They are your peers. They have been there, done that, and you can definitely learn quite a few tips and suggestions to take your business venture forward. So as Shubham already mentioned, we have Srishti from Delhi, Divyam from Punjab, and Shubhi from Haryana. All three Tinker champs who have attended the Tinkerpreneur bootcamp in the previous years. They've also made it to the top 100. Their ventures have been selected in the top 100. And they have gained significant exposure to entrepreneurship by participating in the Tinkerpreneur bootcamp. And some of them have even taken their ventures forward after the bootcamp and made a real impact in the real world. So today they will be sharing their journey and experiences, and you can learn the ropes of entrepreneurship from your peers themselves. So specifically, they will demonstrate their journey through live demonstrations of their digital creations through various weeks of the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp. These areas encompass product building, refinement, business modeling, branding and marketing, business finance and accounting, and also selling their products. Okay, so these are the areas that we'll be covering today. And they will also be sharing some tips and suggestions for the budding tinkerpreneurs in our audience. So have a notepad and a pen ready if you want to take some quick notes and quick tips so that you can use them when you start building your business venture. So and we will also have 4 rounds of discussion today. In each of the rounds, I'll be asking the Tinker Champs one question. Each of them will get one question, and they will be either sharing their experiences, giving some tips and suggestions, or doing some demos. So without further ado, let's get started with round 1. Okay. So in round 1, we will lay the foundation for all the further discussions. So we will start with the kind of digital products that the Tinker Champs have built, because that is a basis, that is a starting point. We'll ask them how they have refined their product, how they got it market ready. We'll also understand the kind of challenges they've faced in building the product and how they overcome them and things like this. Okay, so now here we go. So round 1. So let me start off with Srishti. Srishti, can you tell us briefly about the product you built when you attended the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp in the first years? Specifically, can you tell us how you refined your product to make it ready for the market? What all steps did you go through, or what all things did you do in the process?
Of
Yeah.
course. So, hello everyone. I am Srishti Purohit and I am the founder of Aryavat. It is a digital platform that brings the stories, facts, and forgotten knowledge from ancient India to today's world. Through videos, short stories, posts, and engaging content, Aryavat helps people understand how smart, spiritual, and advanced Indian civilization has always been. The platform is made for students, history lovers, culture enthusiasts, teachers, and anyone who wants to learn more about India's past in a creative and modern way. I also added a special AI site named Aryavarth AI that helps users explore content in a more interactive and fun way. You can ask questions and learn in a conversational style. To improve Aryavarth, I kept asking for feedback. I shared early versions with friends, teachers, and even my mom, who is an Ayurvedic consultant. She has vast knowledge about this topic, which helped me a lot in my journey. I made the language easy, added visuals, and made sure everything was clear and exciting, even for younger users like all of you.
Awesome, awesome, Srishti. So there you go. As Srishti says, sharing early versions of your product with your users and getting some early feedback is very, very important. And getting inputs from some experienced people, like Srishti was talking to her mother, who is an Ayurvedic expert. And so when you talk to experienced people and experts, you get really good inputs early on. And you don't waste your time dithering here and there, wasting your time, money, or effort. So start with all of these early and then you can build your product really well. All right. So I'll go to Shubhi next. Shubhi, can you tell us what product did you build in the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp? And once you built your product, what are some of the key steps that you took to commercialize your product, maybe during the bootcamp or even after the bootcamp?
Gladly, sir. Hi, everyone. I'm Shruvi Batra, the founder of Discovery Corner. Discovery Corner is an e-learning platform that I built while attending the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp 2024. This platform offers quality, engaging, and educational content, especially designed for primary school students to make learning fun and meaningful. After building my e-learning platform, Discovery Corner, the first thing I did was to test it with a small group of students and teachers of my knowing. In addition, I also shared it with my friends and relatives to get feedback on the content and user experience. Based on these suggestions, I made several small improvements. Thereafter, I put together a business model to figure out how to commercialize my product. I then came up with a brand name and brand logo and focused on creating awareness about my business and my product through social media posts and posters. One of the biggest lessons I learned in trying to commercialize my product is that building a product is just the first step. Making people discover it is equally as important. I realized the value of digital marketing, collaboration, and regularly updating content to keep users interested. Even though Discovery Corner is still growing, this experience taught me how to position and build an online platform in a competitive space. During the later stages of the bootcamp, I also learned about business finance and accounting that helped me understand how to manage business transactions and money management in a business. I also got to set up my own online store to sell my product to customers online. It was an incredible and overwhelming experience.
All right. So I get it, Shubhi. So what you're saying is building a product is just the first step, but making people discover it is equally important, right? And in fact, you have highlighted many steps involved in commercializing the product. Let's go dive into each of these steps in the next round. In round two and round three, we will come to each of those steps that you just mentioned. But before that, let's go to Divyam. I want to ask the next question to Divyam. Divyam, when you built your product, did you face any challenges? If so, can you elaborate on what those challenges and tell us how you overcame those challenges?
Yes, sir. So, hi there, everyone. I am Divyam Aneja, the founder and CEO of Global Fusion. So, coming on to what Global Fusion actually is. Built during the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp 2024, Global Fusion aims to bring people together from around the world through language exchange and cultural connection. It's a space where users interact, learn, and build real friendships while exploring different traditions and perspectives. While building Global Fusion, we faced quite a few challenges. The first was giving structure to our vision. We had so many ideas: language sessions, cultural festivals, virtual events, but it became overwhelming. After some thoughtful discussions, we decided to start with just two strong pillars: language interaction and cultural exchange, saving the rest for future expansion. Another major challenge was figuring out how to stand out. With so many platforms already available, we didn't just want to be another name. We soon realized that our strength lies in real human connection, going beyond features to focus on authentic and emotional interactions between people. On the technical side, designing user flow and safety features was tricky. We had to think deeply about how users would connect and feel comfortable on the platform. So we created low fidelity frameworks, journey maps, and feedback loops to build a smooth and secure experience. Lastly, convincing partners and early supporters was tough too. But with a clear prototype and an impact driven pitch, we were able to communicate our vision and build in trust. All these challenges have made our foundation stronger and our purpose clearer.
All right, Divyam. So I understand these challenges. I think you highlighted quite a few of these challenges and how you overcome them. And if I were to summarize and also add a little my 2 cents to it, I would say narrowing down to one good idea is the first big challenge that is faced by anybody who is trying to build a product, because you have many ideas. Selecting that one good idea is the key challenge. And after you have gone through that challenge, the next big thing is to go beyond the technologies and the features of the product, because you can always get stuck with the technologies, or you can get stuck with the features. But what is more important is to add value and benefits to the users of the product. That is another big challenge, I would say. So in all, if you look at what Divyam said, there are many challenges and you had to take one step at a time and overcome each of them. That these are all part of a journey in an entrepreneur's life. So the challenges will be there and you have to overcome them. You cannot stop at any point in time, right? So that is what makes a successful entrepreneur. So with this, we have completed the first round of the introductory discussion, I would say. Now in the second round, we will jump into some demos. We will figure out what kind of digital artifacts that Tinkerchamps have created. For example, the business model, the branding, the marketing, and things like these. That's what we're going to focus on. So let me start off the discussion with Shubhi first. Shubhi, I remember you mentioned about the business modeling earlier as one of the steps you went through for commercializing your product. So can you throw a little more light on how you went about creating a business model canvas for your business venture?
Of course, sir. First of all, let's have a small introduction. To commercialize my product, I had to first come up with a high-level plan. This planning step is called a business model. The business model describes how a business venture makes money from selling products or services, delivers values and benefits to customers, and at what cost. The business model also identifies the products or services one plans to sell, its target customers, and benefits to them, as well as expenses incurred in building, marketing, selling, and delivering your product or service to its users. If one does not have a business model, one may not know how to take the product to the market and actually make a sale. The business model canvas helps us answer basic questions about a business in a single page so that it can be viewed at a glance. The right side of the canvas focuses on external customer related factors, left side on the internal business operations, and the center highlights the value exchange between the business and its customers. Give me a moment to share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. Yeah, it's come up. Yes, we can see the
So
business.
this is the business model canvas. Just as I said, it's a very small basic and contrast table that shows all the basic questions about a business. Let us now look at each of the 9 elements in the BMC, the business model canvas, starting with the first element, which is key partners. Now, key partners are the external companies, individuals, or organizations that help your business perform essential activities, reduce risk, access resources, or deliver value more efficiently. In the case of my business, I had to hire teachers as an external partners for creating, reviewing, and validating the educational content, making sure it's suitable and beneficial for primary school students. And I only need the teachers on a part-time basis, so I engage them on need basis. That is why they became my external partners. Moving on to key activities. They are the core tasks and operations your business must perform to offer its product or service, reach markets, maintain customer relationships, and earn revenue. In my case, this includes creating and uploading educational resources to my platform and marketing activities that I need to undertake to promote my product. The next element is key resources. Key resources are human and other resources who support the business and contribute to the key activities of the business. In my case, I need people and resources to develop the educational content of my website. So I need to hire website designers and developers as well as buy software tools and content for developing these resources. Next up is value proposition. A value proposition is a clear statement of the unique value your product or service offers to your customers. It explains why customers should choose your business over others, what makes your offering useful, different, and worth paying attention to. It explains why customers should choose your business. It's designed to be simple and user friendly so the young students can navigate through it easily. Moving on to customer relationships. Customer relationships refer to how a business interacts with, engages, and supports its customers throughout their experience with it. It covers everything from how you attract customers, how you communicate with them, how you keep them loyal, or how you provide support to them when you need it. In the case of my business, I use WhatsApp and email for regular communication with my customers. I also have a customer support chatbot to handle queries from them. In addition to, I also organize occasional live meetings with my customers to understand their needs and expectations from the website. Next up is channels. Channels are the ways a business delivers its product, service, and value proposition to its customers. I use word of mouth advertising for getting business. I also have an online store where customers can view my products and buy subscription plans. And I have a telephone number and WhatsApp number to which customers can call up for any support. In addition to, I also employ a self-service chatbot for providing after-sales report. The next one is customer segments. These are the groups of peoples or companies that you're trying to target or sell your product or service to. In the case of my business, they're primary school teachers who can use this platform as a teaching tool, primary school students who directly use the website for fun and educational activities, and lastly, parents who are always looking for safe, reliable, and valuable online learning options for their children. Next up is cost structure. This is basically all the costs and expenses your business will incur to operate and deliver your product or service. In my case, it includes website development and maintenance, content creation, marketing, and promotional costs. Last but not the least, we have revenue streams. Revenue streams are the different ways a business makes money from its customers. As my product is an educational platform that is used on a regular basis, I've opted for subscription model as my revenue stream. This requires my customers to pay on a monthly basis to avail of the services offered on my e-learning platform. This is how I structured my BMC, and I hope you're all well versed with it now.
Right. Thank you, Shubhi. That was very informative. And as we can clearly see, the business modeling is the first step. Once you build your product, before you can commercialize it, you need to have a high-level plan, as Shubhi clearly mentioned. And the business modeling is that high-level plan or a model which will show you the way forward, what you should do, who are your customers, what is the value that you're offering, what are you going to do in your business, whom are you going to employ, or the resources that you're going to deploy. There is partners, the channels where you're going to sell, how are you going to make money. All of these things you need to think through before you can actually take your product to the market. If you don't do that, what happens? It's like fumbling your way in a dark room, bumping here, bumping there, and getting lost. So what happens in the business is if you try to do the same without having a business model, you will surely get lost. You will lose time, money, effort, energy, everything will be wasted, and you will also get frustrated, and you will say, okay, entrepreneurship is not for me. So it's important that we do the business modeling first before you take the next steps. Right. So I think Shubhi made that very, very clear, and she demonstrated that with the business model canvas for her own business venture. So thank you again, Shubhi. Let's go to the next question now. I'm going to ask Divyam. Divyam, while the business model is obviously the first step, I'm sure there are more steps involved in commercializing a product. What can you throw some light on, let's say, the next step, which is, let's say, branding involved in commercializing a product? How important is branding, and what did you do about branding when you were starting your own business venture?
Yes, sir. So I, along with my teammate Darpanpreet, have built a brand, Global Fusion. And we truly believe that branding is one of the most important tools for any business or idea. Branding is not just about having a nice name or a great looking logo. It's about how people feel and connect when they see your brand. It builds trust, sets the tone, and helps people remember you, not just what you offer, but what you stand for. In a world full of noise and short attention spans, branding is what helps one stand out and be remembered. So, if you could give me a moment to share my screen.
Sure.
Okay, sir. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
All right. So, we've chosen the name Global Fusion, which captures exactly what we offer. We stand what we offer and what we stand for. Global reflects our reach and inclusivity, that we are not tied to any one religion or language. Fusion stands for unity, the blending of cultures, values, and traditions into something new, vibrant, and meaningful. So, our logo is this. It features a globe at the center surrounded by concentric circular rings. The globe represents unity and global identity, a reminder that we all share the same planet no matter where we are from. The rings around it symbolize growth, diversity, and ripple effects. A single cultural exchange can lead to conversations, friendships, and a lifelong impact. The design creates a sense of movement, balance, and harmony, the same qualities we want every user to feel while interacting on the platform. We chose a color scheme of metallic gold and deep gray, from which gold represents richness, not material wealth, but richness in ideas, languages, stories, and traditions. Gray adds a feeling of trust, professionalism, and calmness, something we value in a diverse, respectful global space. The visual style is clean, modern, and inclusive, designed to appeal across different cultures, ages, and digital platforms. Before I share our tagline, it's important to understand what a tagline really means. A tagline reflects the soul of your brand. It communicates the values you live by and the emotions you want people to associate with you. Us, uniting cultures, creating connections. This line goes beyond just interaction. It's about helping people from different backgrounds understand, empathize, and connect. It's a reminder that no matter where we come from, there's always something we can share and learn from one another. Now, let us talk about the marketing message. A marketing message is how a brand talks about the value it offers. It's the communication that influences your audience and tells them, here's why you should engage with us. Your gateway to stories, smiles, and souls is our message. Because on Global Fusion, you don't just learn another language, you hear someone's story. You don't just attend an event, you share a smile. You don't just meet people, you connect on a human emotional level. This message captures what Global Fusion truly is, a platform which goes beyond features and helps people experience the world through real conversations and cultural connections. So, from our name and logo to our colors, taglines, and marketing message, every part of Global Fusion is built with purpose to reflect our belief that when cultures unite, people don't just understand each other better, they start belonging to something bigger. Thank you.
All right, Divyam, that was really wonderful. I think you clearly showed how you have built a brand, the importance of branding, because when you had to start marketing, you need to have a clear brand. A brand helps you stand out from the crowd. It customers can uniquely identify your brand from other brands, right? And all the brand elements that you talked about, the brand name, the brand logo, and also the tagline and marketing message, you need to clearly think through each of these. It's not some random image, random text that we put out there. Everything has to be thought out through, and they should truly represent your brand image, your brand promise, so that customers recognize your brand and then they recall that brand the next time they need to make a purchase, or when they had to speak to other people, they had to relate to your brand and they should be able to communicate that your brand promise to other people. So that is how the word of mouth advertising happens, and more people will start associating with your brand. So we got a clear understanding of the brand and the importance from Divyam. Now let's find out from Srishti about the marketing part of uh, uh, when you had to commercialize your product, marketing becomes one of the key steps. Earlier, we have seen the business modeling, then we saw the brand. Now we will look at the marketing aspect of it. So, Srishti, how did you market your product? How did you incorporate some of these branding elements into your marketing activities? And what kind of marketing collaterals did you create? And if you can also throw some light on the kind of tools that you used for creating this marketing artifacts, that would be really helpful for our audience.
Sure, sir. To promote Aryavarth, I created social media posts, flyers, and banners. These were used on LinkedIn and YouTube. I even created videos and reels, and through messaging. Each design shared small but powerful pieces of Indian heritage in a way that was modern and easy to relate to. I used Canva and Figma to design everything. Canva helped me make beautiful, colorful posters and posts. Figma helped me plan layouts and test designs for my website. I chose warm colors like brown, orange, and gold, and fonts that feel calm and inviting. Here's a quick look at some of the marketing collaterals that I created. I'll just share my screen. I hope it's visible.
Yes.
All right. So here's a social media post that I created on Canva and posted on LinkedIn. It has 8 slides in total. We call a multi-slide post a carousel. So this one is a carousel. I have also added a caption. A caption helps the viewer to get an idea of what you are trying to say through your post. The purpose of a social media post or reel is to capture attention and convey a message quickly and creatively. Whether it's to promote a product, share an idea, or inspire action, it helps engage the audience in a visually appealing way. Also, reels in particular are powerful for storytelling and boosting reach through short and dynamic videos. You can use Canva to make them, and ultimately, the goal is to spark interest, interaction, and connection with your audience. Now, let me quickly explain the different parts of a flyer or poster and why each one is really important for good marketing and strong branding. I'll show it my poster flyer. Sorry. Yes. I hope it's visible.
Yes.
Sure. First, we begin with the brand name. For example, in my case, it's Aryavat, as you can see here. This should be clear and easy to see because it tells people who you are. If they like what they see, they'll remember your name and connect it to your work the next time they come across it. Next is the tagline. Before I explain mine, let me tell you what a tagline actually is. A tagline is a short and powerful sentence that tells people what your brand stands for. It shows the personality of the business and what makes it different from others. For example, Disney's tagline is happiest place on earth. It means Disney stands for joy and fun. A good tagline is not directed at the customer. It's about the brand itself. It shows that what the business believes in and what it wants to be known for. My tagline is stories, facts, and more, which you can see here. It reflects the value of my platform, offering truth, knowledge, and meaningful storytelling. It tells people that the platform stands for culture, history, and authenticity. Then we have the logo. The logo is like the face of your brand. It should appear on every flyer, post, or product you share. I used a lotus design for Aryabhat, which you can see here, because it connects to Indian tradition. A strong logo helps people trust your brand and recognize it easily. Now let's talk about the marketing message. A marketing message is different from a tagline. While the tagline shows the brand's identity, the marketing message talks directly to the customer. It tells them what value or benefit they will get from your product or service. For example, Maggie says 2-minute noodles. That's a marketing message. It means the customer can save time by making it quickly. My marketing message is let's discover Bharat, which you can see here. This invites the customer to explore the deeper meaning of India, the traditions, the stories, and the knowledge behind what we see today. It gives them a reason to engage with the platform and see the value in it. You'll also see a graphic or image. Pictures help people connect emotionally, they make the flyer look attractive, and help explain the idea without too many words. You can see an image of a temple in the background. For Aryavarth, I often use traditional Indian patterns, temple art, or illustrations from stories. Then we add contact details like your website, Instagram handle, or phone number. If someone is interested, they should know exactly where to go or who to reach out to. Here's our email. If you have any offers or discounts, they should be visible too. For example, you could mention first session free or special price for students. This encourages more people to try your product. Finally, I like to add a QR code. It makes it super easy for someone to scan and visit your site directly. You don't have to type anything, just scan and explore. I've added a QR code here as you can see. And one last important point, always use the same colors and fonts across all your flyers, posters, and social media posts. For Aryavarth, I use warm Indian colors like brown, gold, and saffron, and a clean traditional font. When you keep your branding consistent, it looks more professional and people start recognizing your work instantly. So, even though a flyer looks simple, every part of it has a reason and helps people connect with your brand clearly and confidently.
All right. Thank you, Srishti. That was an excellent illustration of your marketing collaterals. And while a social media poster is suitable for sharing on social media platforms, a marketing flyer is generally used in email marketing. And going beyond marketing, in fact, as you can see, what we are trying to do is stitch the various sections of this boot camp, the product development, the business modeling, the marketing, and some of the upcoming steps. We are actually trying to stitch them together and weave a story around it and show you how an entrepreneur progresses from one step to the next step and to the next step till they can commercially launch their product or service in the market and even go beyond it. So in this journey, we have come some distance so far, and we will go a little further when we get to round 3, which we are just going to start off now. So please stay back, and our Tinker Champs are going to show you a few more interesting demos of their digital artifacts in the journey of an entrepreneur. And specifically in this round, we will find out how Tinker Champs are selling their products online, how they are trying to attract customers, how are they making a sale, and how are they making money, and how are they managing the money that they're earning as well as spending. Right. So again, Srishti, I want you to start this round again. So let's try and understand the importance of marketing. Of course, we have understood the importance of marketing to promote a product or a brand so far. But how do you actually sell a product? So can you throw some light on this? What happens after marketing? Marketing is to promote your product, but ultimate aim is to sell your product, right? So how are you going to do that? So how did you do that in the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp? And if you can show a quick demo, that will be even amazing.
Of course. Yes, I created an online store using Wix. The store is part of Aryabhat's website itself. From there, people can explore and buy digital storytelling sessions and courses. I'm also working on adding more resources very soon. That site is simple to use, anyone can go on it, click what they want, and pay using any payment option they prefer. I kept the experience smooth and friendly so that even a young student or parent can explore it without any confusion. Now, let me give you a quick walkthrough of the Aryabhat online store.
Sure.
I'll just share my screen. I hope it's visible, sir.
It's coming up. Yeah.
All right,
Not yet, not yet. Now we can see.
great. When you visit the site, the homepage gives you a simple and welcoming view of what Aryabhat is all about: learning ancient Indian stories, knowledge, and culture through modern tools. We have three pricing plans: a free plan with access to 50 plus stories, 10 plus courses, and 5 one on one storytelling sessions, a monthly plan for rupees 30, valid for 3 months with a 30-day free trial, a yearly plan for rupees 100, valid for 2 years, also with a free trial. All plans come with unlimited features and you can cancel anytime if you want. We also offer storytelling sessions that last 1 hour. These are live and interactive, great for learners of all ages, like this one. In the store section, you will find a free crash course on storytelling, a premium story writing course, which is discounted right now, and a vocal for local course. Each product has a quick view option so that you can read about it before buying. It will just open it. Okay. So payments can be made through any method you prefer, and everything works smoothly on phones too. So yes, it has opened. You can just add it to your cart. Go to your cart, click on view cart, and you can check out and pay through any method you want.
All right. Yeah, that was an amazing demo of your online store. So, of course, one can always sell it in a physical store or an online store or on a marketplace. I'm sure many of our Tinkerpreneurs participating in the bootcamp this year have looked at the learning resources. If not, you can always take a look at it. There are multiple ways to sell your product, but online store is your own store and it is online. That is very convenient for you to sell your products or services, as Srishti clearly showed us. It's very convenient, right? And you can sell any product, whether it's a digital product, physical product, or a hybrid product, and you can sell it from anywhere at any time. You don't have to be physically present. If you have a physical store, you have to be physically present. But if it's an online store, you can be sitting at home and selling your products and services. Isn't that cool? So that's what Srishti has done, and I'm sure most of you can set up your online store as well. This when you start selling your product. So please do set up your own online store. We have a tool called Dukan, and using this tool, you can definitely, or you can also use Wix as Srishti has used. Okay, Wix or Dukan, one of them, or there are many other tools as well. So you can use any of those tools to set up your own online store. Okay, so moving on, I'll ask the next question to Divyam. Um, okay, it's great that you have an online store. I'm sure many of you must be asking this question. Okay, now I have an online store, but how will customers know that I have an online store? How will they discover my products and services? How do I attract my customers to my online store and make a sale? So how do I get them to my online store in the first place? So Divyam, can you throw some light on this? How did you attract your customers to your online store? And how did you increase the sale of your products through your activities, whether it was a marketing activity or a campaign activity or whatever it is? So can you throw some light on this?
Yes, sir. Attracting customers is one of the most important parts of building any business. And for me, marketing played a huge role in generating interest and excitement around my brand. When I started working on Global Fusion, I realized something very early. Even if the idea is strong, people won't just magically show up. You have to go out there and create visibility. And that's where my marketing campaign began. So first, let's take a look at this flowchart. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, we can see it now. Yes. You can go to full screen mode.
Okay, so first, let's have a look at this flowchart. It shows the entire structure of how a digital marketing campaign from start to finish executes. It all begins with a poster shared on social media along with a short caption or text. This poster includes either a QR code or a clickable link. Once people see it, they have two options. They either scan the QR code from the poster or they click the link in the caption. If they scan the QR code, they're immediately taken to a game page, either a spin the wheel or a scratch the card. That's where the interaction begins. When they are directed to the spin wheel, they receive either a coupon code or a try it again. After that, they are taken to an online store where they either apply the coupon or redeem the merchandise. And finally, they place their order. So, this is how the campaign flows from poster to game to reward to store and finally order. Now that we've seen the full structure, let's walk through the individual components one by one with a live demo. Okay, so here's the poster I used. This is what people would see on Instagram or WhatsApp. It's very minimal, just the brand tagline and a big call to action. For instance, over here it says scan the QR code. That's the entry point. The job of this poster is to fill in no detailed info, just curiosity and clarity. Once they scan the QR code, they are either redirected to a spinning wheel or a scratch card. So for now, they are redirected to the spinning wheel. So once you click on the enter now button in the center, you are taken onto the spinning wheel's landing page. After that, when you enter in your credentials, it moves on to the next page and shows you a spinning wheel. Once you click on the button in the center, it starts spinning and gives you a reward. For instance, over here, it says 5% off on all the courses. Once you apply the coupon code Global Fusion 5, when you click on Visit Store, it redirects you to the store of Global Fusion. After that, once you click on Go to Cart, apply the coupon code over here. You see a certain discount in your order in the purchase value. So this is how spinning wheel redirects you to, to the store, redirects the user to the store and offers a discount. Now, with a pretty simple process and similar, let's move on to the scratch card. Same process, when you click on enter now, you are redirected to enter your credentials. Once you enter in, click on submit. Then the scratch card opens. Once you click it, you're given a reward. For instance, over here, it is you won a free t-shirt. When you click on view my price, it redirects you to the merchandise. So here the merchandise comes in. So I've designed products like mugs, tote bags, and t-shirts using your designstore.in, each one with Global Fusion logo and brand name. These items were either sent as gifts or used in giveaways to create even more engagement. And the best part is, when someone receives a free banded gift, they tend to share it online, talk about it, or simply remember the brand. That's word of the mouth. That's the word of mouth marketing with zero extra cost. So let me again show you the example and let's recall. So tying it all together, the poster grabs attention, the game keeps the user engaged, the reward keeps it memorable, the store converts interest into action, and the merchandise spreads the word. Each artifact leads to the next, and they all form a chain. Now, beyond all the creativity, there was something even more valuable: data. Every interaction, every like, every spin, scratch card, and even order told me what worked and what not. It gave me feedback without even asking for it. So, in the end, marketing isn't just about selling aggressively, but it's about creating an experience that people enjoy being a part of. And that's exactly what I aim to do with Global Fusion. Over to you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Divyam. That was really brilliant. You brought the whole marketing campaign alive. We could see the spin wheels and the scratch cards working and redirecting you to your online store where you could apply the coupon code and purchase your product at a discount or get a merchandise. That was really amazing. And running a marketing campaign is a very good way to jumpstart your sales, especially when your business is new and nobody knows about your brand or anything. So you need to attract people to your business so that you can make a sale. Once the sale picks up, then more people will know about you, and then you can continue to do the campaign once in a while, maybe once a year or whatever. But initially, to starting with a campaign will help you to gain traction and get your initial set of sales going. So we would encourage all of you to try running the campaign when you start off your business. All right. So now that we understand how to market and sell our products, but when you start your business and when you start selling, you will also start spending money, right? You will spend money for so many things, for building your products, for marketing and other things. At the same time, when you make a sale, you will also earn money. So money is coming into the business, money is going out of the business. So we need to learn how to manage this money well. If we don't manage this money well, we will not even know whether our business is profitable or under a loss. Are we spending more money? Are we making more money? We will not have any clue. So this is where we need to understand how to manage money. So let me ask Shubhi. Shubhi, what did you learn from the about money management in the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp? Did you learn something of how to track the revenues and expenses and other things? If so, can you show us how did you do it? Maybe with a quick demo.
Yes, sir. Starting off, the business, finance, and accounting module taught me how to manage a business's money by tracking income, expenses, and profits. I learned the importance of budgeting, pricing, and break even analysis to make smart financial decisions. It helped me understand that good money management keeps a business stable, reduces risk, and supports growth. Provide me a minute to share my screen. Let me now show you a demo of how I managed my business accounts using a simple mobile app called the account bookkeeping app as shown here. Just a second. The first screen in the app shows the dashboard. It gives a quick summary of total sales, expenses, and profits and cash flow in one place. I learned how useful it is to have a financial snapshot to check my business performance at one glance. As you can see here, my total sales were 30,000 over the last 3 months. Of these 30,000 rupees, my customers have so far paid me 21,000 rupees, which is shown as paid here, while 9,000 is still outstanding from my customers. This outstanding amount from customers is called receivable from customers, as shown here. Likewise, I purchased goods worth rupees 9,500 and incurred an expense of rupees 2,350 for running my business over the last 3 months. So, I owe a total of rupees 9,500 plus 2,350, which adds up to 11,850 rupees to my suppliers. Out of the total rupees 11,850 owed to my suppliers, I've already made a payment of rupees 4,500 as shown here as paid, and I'm yet to pay 7,350 to my suppliers. See here. This pending payment I still have to make to my suppliers is called payable to suppliers. Now let's look at some of the other basic accounting reports that help us determine the financial health of a business. This is the profit or loss statement. The profit or loss statement shows whether a business is making profit or loss during a given time period. Let us now look at the profit and loss statement of my business. As you can see here, my total earnings from sales were 30,000 during the last 3 months. I purchased Canva purchase, Landbot purchase, and Wix purchase, which were form of licenses, for a total of rupees 9,500 over the last 3 months. I also recorded an expense of 200, 150, and 2,000 rupees during these 3 months, which adds up to the final cost of 2,350. Now, if we subtract the total amount spent from the total amount received, we will get the remaining amount, which is profit in my case. If we subtract the purchase amount and the expense amount from the total sales amount, we get a gross profit of 18,150 according to my case. Since this is a positive number, my business is profitable during this time period. On the contrary, if my experiences had been more than my earnings during the same time period, my business would have been in utter loss. This exercise taught me how to record sales, track purchases and expenses, and calculate profit, and how every single cost affects your final earnings. When you start your business, you have to do the same too. Otherwise, you will now know the health of your business. Now, let's look at the balance sheet, which is another business accounting report. A balance sheet shows the assets and liabilities of a business that helps one understand the overall health of a business on a given date. As you can see clearly on the right side, the balance sheet shows the money I have in my bank account and also the money that is receivable from my customers. These are my assets. On the left side, you can see my liabilities. That is the amount I owe to my suppliers. We will look at one last report. It is called the cash flow statement. Please listen to this particular report extremely clearly, because this is very important and can help you in the future. A cash flow statement tells how much cash is entering and leaving your business during a given time period. It helps you make sure your business has enough cash to keep operating. In the month of January, I received 7,000 from my customers and paid out 1,500 to my suppliers. So my bank balance at the end of the month was rupees 5,500. In February, I again received another 7,000 from my customers and paid out 1,500 to my suppliers. My bank balance went up to 11,000 as shown here. In the month of March, I again received a third payment of 7,000 from my customer and had to pay 1,500 to my suppliers, similar to the other 2 months. At the end of 3 months, I had a net balance of rupees 16,500, which is positive and have sufficient cash to run my business. Imagine for a moment, I did not receive any payment from my customers over the last 2 or 3 months. Then my bank balance would have gone down, and I may not have sufficient money left to pay to my suppliers, thus keep my business running. Basically, the cash flow statement helps us track whether we have money, and if so, how much money we have to run our business operations. I hope all these reports are simple and clear to you.
Definitely, Shubhi. I think thank you so much for a detailed illustration of the business accounting concepts, as well as how to use the app to manage one's business accounts. I think the app is so simple. It's very easy to manage all the numbers, your sales data, your purchase data, expense data, and the payments made and received. And once you put in all this data, the app automatically generates the reports, the profit and loss statement, the cash flow, and the balance sheet. And these reports are really insightful. It will tell you the health of your business, whether you're making a profit or a loss, whether you have sufficient money to run your business and pay your vendors and things like that, and whether you have sufficient assets and what are your liabilities. You get a snapshot of everything. So make sure that as you start running your business and start making money or start spending money, you keep a track of all of these using a simple app like this. Okay, so with that, let's come to the last round. And before we wrap up today's session, I want to do a quick fire round with our Tinker champs. And we will get to know what was their overall experience. See, so far they have explained you their journey of the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp. They showed you right from building a product to refining a product to creating a business model, which is like a high-level plan to commercialize their product. You learned about branding, marketing campaigns, finance, business accounting. You have seen the entire journey. Now we will try and understand their overall experience. What was their overall experience in the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp? How has it changed their outlook to entrepreneurship or life in general? And we will also ask them one key message that all of you can take back. Okay, this is like the last quick fire round, probably 1 minute each for each of our Tinker Champs. So let's start with Shubhi again this time. Shubhi, could you tell us very briefly about your overall experience of attending the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp, the kind of the skills that you acquired, the thrills, the challenges, the pressures, the teamwork, accomplishments, whatever you want to share.
Of course, sir. Attending the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp has been one of the most exciting and enriching experiences for me personally. Through this program, I not only learned how to build a business idea from scratch, but also understood the importance of financial management, marketing, product development, and management, customer research, and so on. One of the biggest thrills was seeing my e learning platform, Discovery Corner, actually take shape from just a simple idea. I learned new skills like creating a BMC, business model canvas, preparing profit and loss statements, and promoting a digital product online. Of course, the journey wasn't without challenges. Managing deadlines, completing finance modules, and preparing marketing plans felt tough at times. But this eagerness taught me the value of time management and problem solving under pressure. This bootcamp also gave me a platform to explore my creativity and decision making skills. From choosing my business idea to designing my website and handling finances, every step made me feel like a real entrepreneur. It made me realize how important it is to listen to customer feedback, make improvements, and stay consistent with your efforts. Most importantly, it taught me that even the smallest ideas can turn into something meaningful with the right planning, teamwork, and a positive attitude. One parting message I would like to give to the tinkerpreneurs is never lose hope and keep working until you achieve your goal.
All right, that's great to know, Shubhi. That's a lot of experience that you carry. I can very clearly see that. And moving on to Srishti. Srishti, can you tell us how has the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp shaped you personally and changed your outlook to innovation and entrepreneurship? And how do you plan to leverage these skills going forward?
Sure, sir. So, Tinkerpreneur changed everything for me. Before this, I was just a regular ninth grader who loved building things but didn't know where to start. Getting selected amongst the top 100 teams in 2022 and subsequently in 2023 gave me immense confidence. I saw that my ideas actually had value and could create real impact. It was through Tinkerpreneur itself that I found out about the Tinker Champs program. The Tinker Champs were conducting handhold me sessions with Kiran sir in 2022 and they inspired me a lot. So I reached out to Kiran sir and got selected. That was a big moment for me. Since then, I have worked on many projects, won competitions, and continued building. Tinkerpreneur gave me the mindset to keep learning, keep creating, and keep solving problems. I now see myself as someone who can build change through innovation. Moving forward, I plan to grow Aryavarth, reach more schools and learners, and add new features to make the experience more engaging. I want to use what I have learned to create more tools and platforms that educate, inspire, and make a difference. My parting message to you all is that enjoy the process, you can do it. Thank you.
That's really awesome, Srishti. I can really see the transformation in you since the first time you interacted with me and then came on the Tinkerpreneur Bootcamp. And over the years, I see a tremendous change, the kind of confidence, the way you speak, the way you interact with people. It's really amazing. So I can really vouch for Srishti's transformation personally, myself, as a mentor.
Thank you,
And
sir.
finally, Divyam, what would you like to share? I mean, what is your parting message to our budding entrepreneurs participating in the bootcamp this year?
Thank you for giving this opportunity, sir. So, to all the budding entrepreneurs, I just want to say you're doing something really amazing. Starting with an idea and working on it, even when you're unsure, takes guts. And not every idea has to be perfect. What's more important is that it's something you're passionate about and that you keep showing up and improving little by little. Sometimes we overthink, is my idea good enough? Or what if others are way ahead? But the actual truth is, every team is figuring it out in their own way. So don't compare. Just focus on learning, experimenting, and building something original. you genuinely care about. Also, don't worry too much about being in the top 100. That's not the only thing which matters. Tried and experimented, and how far you've come since the day one. That's the real metric.
Yeah, Divyam, are you there? Yeah, looks like you're not able to. Yeah, Divyam, are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
So, if things don't go as planned, that's completely okay. Every setback teaches us something. The best part is there's always a next time. You can refine your idea, approach it differently, and come back even stronger. Tinkerpreneur isn't just a competition, it's a chance to discover what you're capable of. So, let's keep asking questions, keep trying new things, and keep supporting each other. This is just a start. All the best to everyone.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Those are really valuable tips, Divyam. And yeah, there was really something for everyone to take back from today's session. With this, we come to the end of the 4 rounds of today's discussion, and I hope our budding entrepreneurs in the audience have got several tips, insights, and maybe you also got inspired from the Tinker Champs today. And we hope you can take these tips and insights and work on your products, work on your entrepreneurial venture further, and get them to a better shape in the coming days. So again, I would also like to wish all the budding Tinkerpreneurs good luck and best wishes. And thank you, Tinker Champs, for joining today's session and sharing your journey and experiences with our audience. Over to you, Shubham.
Yeah, thank you so much. I guess there is a repetitive question which I would like to ask from all the Tinker Champs. Uh, so there have been many questions regarding how did you identify while you were doing your Tinkerpreneur if this idea is worth pursuing? And most of these students are trying something with a product, but they are equally anxious about whether it will make to the top 100 or not. So uh, students are asking, what if I explored something and would not be able to make top 100? How will I cope up with this? So, Srishti, how did you choose your idea while you were doing Tinkerpreneur?
Okay, so to be really honest, even I was confused like you all that what should I build? I wanted to build an app for visually impaired people. I also wanted to create a carbon calculator, but I kind of introspected myself after some time. I asked myself, Srishti, what do you actually want to pursue? What's your passion? And I have always been fascinated with Indian history, Indian mythology, and everything related to ancient India. So I decided to pursue that passion through Aryabhat. So I finally decided that I should work on it. And when you actually have a goal that I have to build this, just give it your best and you will just make it to the top 100 according to my experiences. But even if you don't make it to the top 100, it's fine. Last year I did not make it to the top 100, although I made it in 2022 and 23. But I decided to learn from my mistakes last year. And yeah, that's all. Don't be disheartened if you don't win, and if you win, keep growing your idea, and even if you don't win, keep growing your idea, keep pursuing your passion. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Friends, Srishti has pointed out a very important point. It's the participation and thinking matters and not the top 100. In fact, if you know that this Tinker Champs community, not everyone is like a top 100 guy. It's like who thinks and who tinkers around with certain products and certain technology. Those we call as the Tinker Champs, and those we also call as the Tinkerpreneur. So it's the participation and your active engagement with your mentors, with your teachers, with your adult tinkering lab, with your website, with your product that matters. if you have participated religiously enough, was having that serious note throughout that your trajectory, we are very sure that even if you don't land into the top 100, you might have learned something, and that learning will go a long way for all of you. Shubhi, you have anything to share?
Yeah, of course. So just one message, a question arose that what happens if I don't make it to the top 100 team? It's fine. Most successful entrepreneurs don't win their first contest, but each attempt sharpens your skills. Tinkerpreneur's biggest getaway is how to ideate, validate, build, and pitch a business. You now have that, which is a huge win by itself. And besides, you can reapply next year or participate in other Agile or entrepreneurship programs with your experience. You'll have a complete business prototype, financial statements, pitch, and digital assets that you can continue to refine. Or perhaps take live independently, work on it yourself, and see where it takes you.
Yeah, I guess perfectly put up, Shubhi. Divyam, you have anything to say?
Yes, sir. Like I wanted to share one thing. The question was like, what happens if like what validates like if our idea is good or not? So according to me, the idea should be strong. That is very important. But actually, what drives an idea is passion, not the idea's quality. So if you're passionate about something, the the universe will automatically lead you to that. And if you keep on being constant, automatically you will achieve something. So that's the point I want to share.
Very well put up, Divyam. See, when we started the entrepreneurship classes, the very first class was taken up by Kiran sir, and the very first statement he told was the idea should create some value to the society, some value to the community, some value to your peers, or something like that. So, if your idea creates value, the world will accept it. Or otherwise, if this don't seek it value, they will trust you to refine it further and make it more valuable. If it is not valuable right now, you have still the chance to refine it. Come back again in the next season. We are not going anywhere. We bring this Tinkerpreneur every year to you. So this is to put up for motivation to all of you. Try to make your product as much as valuable as it can be, and ultimately participate with your whole heart and take help from your mentors, from your peers, from your teachers. Ultimately, it will fall into place. So don't worry about that. Kiran sir, you have anything as the climax we can say to this
Yeah,
entrepreneurship masterclass? Yeah.
certainly. I would say that, yeah, I'll just add to what you said. Yeah, definitely creating that value is very important. And if students can look at the learning resource also, there is one slide which clearly says what does it take to build a good product. One is called desirability, another is called feasibility, and the third is called viability. These three are very important for building a product. So desirability means there should be a need or a demand or a want or a desire by the people. If nobody wants the product, what use is it? Nobody's going to buy it. That means it should ultimately provide value and benefits to the users or the customers. That is the first and foremost thing one has to keep in mind. The second thing is it should be technically or technologically feasible to build it. If you don't have the technology, or if you don't have the right skills, you cannot build it. And many a times I see students coming out with really fantastic ideas, but they don't necessarily have the skills. So first and foremost is acquire the right skills and then think of the product idea. Otherwise, you will find it challenging to build the product itself. And the third aspect is called viability or the business viability, which is all about, is it worth building this product? Is it worth selling this product? If I were to start a business with this, can I make profit out of this? Can I sustain this business? Is it something affordable? Is the product affordable that I can take it to the market? So these are very important things. And many a times I also see students trying to think of Tinkerpreneur similar to a innovation project. Of course, there is an innovation component, but this is not a project, but it's a product. When you come to entrepreneurship, we talk in terms of products and services and solutions. We don't talk just in terms of project. A project is something that you build to gain some experience or to demonstrate something or to showcase something. When you're doing a little bit of tinkering and innovation in your ATL, project is a good term to use. But when you come to entrepreneurship, the project has to transform into a product, because a product is something that can be sold in the market to paying customers so that it adds value to them. That is the difference. So we need to shift our mindset from project to product, or to product or services or solutions, so that you have the customer in mind and you can build a sustainable business which is profitable also. So if that is not done, I see many product one pagers just start stopping at a project idea. But you also need to factor in the viability aspect. Only then it becomes a product. Because in a project, you have to probably have the desirability and technical feasibility, but it doesn't necessarily consider the viability aspect. Only when you consider the viability, it becomes a product and you can take it to the market and sell it. So that is my message to all the students who are building the product and taking it forward. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Tinker Champs. Thank you, Kiran sir, for joining this. All of you, tomorrow is where we end the skilling part of the Tinkerpreneur. We have a very special session coming up from Mr. Gokul, the president of Intel India. And our program director, Ms. Dipali Upadhyay, will also be joining tomorrow to just mark an ending to the very special AI Tinkerpreneur this time. And from 16th of July, you will be able to start submitting your projects. Don't worry about the extension of the timelines. You will have sufficient time to submit your pitch deck and pitch video. We are trying to make it the submission till the Independence Day. So don't worry about that. You will have sufficient time to make the pitch deck and pitch video. In the meanwhile, we will be coming up with some special sessions to help you out. For example, how to make a good pitch video, how to make pitching better, and something like that, so that it can help you curate your pitch decks and pitch videos as well. So stay tuned for those special sessions, and stay tuned for the submission portal as well. We ended